the time when the heavens turned about, at the time when the sun was darkened, to cause the moon to shine, the night gave birth. Born is the whale living in the ocean, guarded by the sandalwood on the land. A sacred creature of wisdom, with secrets revealed to only a chosen few. In our ohana, we're all connected.
Very, very nice film. I love the expansive shots. I love the activist portion of the film. The opening was beautiful, and I love the story aspect of this. Beautiful photography, black and white shots were great. The camera use was incredible, undeniably fantastic.
Like once I saw the title, I was like, oh man, this is going to get me. I'm huge on environment and animal activism and being a voice for creatures that have no voice. So this really tugged at me, and it was gorgeous the way that it was shot, just gorgeous. And I loved that it honored this poetic man's life and his journey, and what a cause, right? And that we all have a purpose, and what is that purpose? And when we find it, how exceptionally powerful and moving it can be, even as just on an individual level. An individual can move mountains, and this definitely showcased that. So bravo, is a beautiful, beautiful documentary.
I like the way this documentary started with showing some wonders of this world, and then it moved into the story about whales and the environment and telling us what we need to do. A really important message.
I like how they alternated the old footage from way back in the probably 90s, 80s with the present moment, and how this Greg's Guy legacy evolved over time. And that's a very interesting approach, to not actually consume the nature, but be able to watching it in a non-intrusive way.
The documentary did a great job of combining underwater footage, high definition footage, and then some what looked like found footage, like older footage of whales and of Greg Kaufman, coupled with interviews of people who knew him and had worked with him. Again, this was a very well done, well crafted, straightforward documentary with interviews and footage. I thought it was very well made.
Yeah, I think this was my favorite so far. Such a well done collaboration between past and present. I often dislike how this constant jumping between past old footage and the new footage, archive footage and the new footage. But this was very, very seamlessly incorporated. I constantly felt like it was all happening at the same time almost.
I think it was good that it was centered around one central figure throughout to kind of showcase this person's work.
I was really impressed how much footage of actual whales you guys were able to find.
I love this one. I didn't know so much about whale watching and the effect we may have had on whales aside from the hunting, but even just the watching. But it was great to learn all that stuff. I mean, I can remember some of these Save the Whale campaigns and captions from way back, and now to put a face behind that and learn a little bit about the organization, I thought it was interesting to me, and it was all cut together really well. A lot of that old footage with some new stock stuff too was just great, really well done. It was interesting, informative, everything you would hope for in a documentary. So I recommend checking it out.
That was really, really interesting to watch and learn. And then how everybody kept his legacy going and got everybody involved. That was awesome.
I actually liked. It felt like it belonged in a animal documentary series, like something you would see on PBS, BBC. This had that very nice vibe of a episode from like a series of animal documentaries. So I really enjoyed that one as well too. It was very, very informative. I love the use of past film and photography integrated with the new stuff as well too.
One of my favorites of this festival. It gave me a story to jump into and to learn about these topics, and also about someone who I wasn't familiar with Greg Kaufman. And I loved that. And it's so great, all that he has done for the whales and for the oceans. I'm definitely glad I got the opportunity to watch this film. And as far as the filmmaking aspect, fantastic job at editing and just directing the film. The choice of shots to use, the B-roll footage to use, along with the interviews were all great. The story that was included in there that Greg told of the mother whale and the baby when she was killed was heartbreaking. It definitely almost brought tears to my eyes.
The film producer did an excellent job of describing his life's work and the good that he did leave in the world. There are some souls that carry a light so great to the world that even after they're gone, that light remains. That's what this film was about for me. The whole film really brought awareness to me of you know, the efforts that one person can make in changing the world for the better. You know, and also how you know, you can make a huge difference. And there's still a long ways to go, and there's other challenges that crop up. I really liked the guitar effect with the nature background, especially the slow motion scenes. I liked the actual past footage of Greg's work over time. I loved how the different narrators from various, you know, many parts of the world talked about his work. That was very intriguing to me, in that he not only was involved in the efforts, but he got involved with society in those countries the same way he was involved and got intimate with the whales themselves and observing them.
I really like the story and what he created, because he didn't have the tools and he didn't have the resources to help this cause, and he did a big impact into this cause. And what I love about it is that he was a visionary. He saw killing of the whales as a whole, like the whales are part of a whole picture, and he saw that. And killing whales just creates an imbalance on the ocean. And I really love this cause, and I really hope people keep helping this, because it's really important, the environment.